Hey everyone, what's up? It's me, Lofi musician and producer, Blue Sirens. And this is where I hang out on the internet and talk about anything really related to music. It could be anime, comic books, gear, whatever it is, you can find it here. And today, I want to talk to you about something cool that I saw that I thought we should do that in the Lofi community. But before I dive in, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So, what did I see today that I thought we need that more in the Lofi community? Well, what I actually saw was a pop-up. I was walking around in Las Vegas and I saw a Hot Topic that was almost completely empty. It's all black, windows are blacked out, and it looks like there's nobody inside, and there's security guards and a line. So I hopped in line, didn't take long for me to get in, and it turns out it was a collaboration that Hot Topic had with The Weeknd and his new album drop. So there wasn't much in the shop. I honestly thought that was like super cool, and it didn't seem like it was much of an experience. More so just trying to be like, hey, we have the latest Weeknd album and the merch and stuff like that. But nothing was like, oh my gosh, I have to have this. The vinyl looked pretty cool. There were some hats, there's some hoodies, there's some t-shirts. But I would have been more engaged with this if it had been more of an experience. Like, is there some place for me to take photos? Can I get something to eat? Is there like a special drink? You know, is there some sort of vibe I'm supposed to be going in for? And this felt very much more like, I guess maybe a merch drop where you go in, you buy it, and you leave, and that's really it. But there didn't really seem to be like the energy or the hype really to be there. And on the door, it said the occupancy level was like 15-20 people. And it felt like there was a lot more people in that room. But when I counted, there was actually only like 10 people, because I guess there just wasn't that many people coming in, maybe. So it got me thinking, how come we don't have pop-up events in the Lo-Fi community? And I know the easy answer is because this is background music. People put it on and they kind of tune the rest of the world out, and they maybe not even know some of the Lo-Fi musicians by name. They just, see the Lo-Fi girl symbol or just put on a playlist that they follow, but they don't know the artist by name potentially. And that's honestly fine, because if there was going to be a lo-fi pop-up event, there wouldn't really be like one artist that would really draw people to it. And the only person or people that I think that could really make a lo-fi event happen is Lo-Fi Girl. And they could do it in a lot of different ways, and it could be really cool. So let's talk about how Lo-Fi Girl could do their own pop-up event. Where would it be, and what's going to happen there? Well, I think based off everything we know about Lo-Fi Girl, there's probably going to be some studying happening. So this could happen either at a cafe, it could happen at a library, whatever they want to do for partnership. I would go maybe the local route and find some really nice local cafes to where they can do a partnership there, and have something that says, if you come here, we're going to have, exclusive lo-fi merch to buy. It could be hoodies, it could be sweaters, it could be pins, some stickers, and then maybe have an exclusive drink that you can have because it's only going to happen for one day. Sell some vinyl along with that too. But also, have some time inside that cafe, and say the longer you're here, the more of a discount you may get on your drinks. So if you spend an hour studying there, you get 15% off. If you spend 2 hours there, you get 20-25% off. And if you spend 3 hours there, you get like a sticker or something. And that might be like, well, why would you spend that much time there? You don't want to clog up the business and that kind of stuff, and they want to make money on it too. But also, Lo-Fi Girl's just studying the entire time, and people listen to lo-fi music mostly when they're studying or they're just hanging out or chilling. So I would say, well, we want to encourage people to listen to this playlist or whatever you have curated music-wise for that specific event. Speaking of which, you can make one playlist and say, this playlist has to play at your store the entire time that this event is occurring. Could get a lot of streams for a lot of people, and Shazamming, and they can be like a special pop-up if people are connected to their Wi-Fi that says, save this playlist or something like that, or some QR codes around that says this is the playlist that's playing. Some really good reach for some artists could happen there. But Lo-Fi is all about studying. Lo-Fi Girl is all about studying. So I think if you're going to have this playlist going, you're going to have this music playing, encourage people to study. Not only having them be in the shop studying, but also, so you can get drinks and spend some more time there. Maybe invite some friends to come, and then you can use those discounts on everybody. And it also just makes people buy more of that cafe's product, the coffee, the different drinks, the pastries. And so they may come back in the future and say, hey, I had a great time staying here when I did the Lo-Fi Girl event, and I like the pastries, or I like the coffee, or whatever the specialty drink is. I want to make sure I go back there again. So I think there could be some cool pop-up events like that. And again, it's not like something that has to happen for like a specific album. Lo-Fi Girl could just pick a random day every 6 months and say, this is where we're going to do a Lo-Fi Girl event. And it's going to happen, in this state or across the country, however big they want to organize it. And, do this collaboration with like special cafes, local cafes, do the drinks, send in some merch that can be sold, or some exclusive merch. You could really do some cool stuff with this as the Lo-Fi Girl label. They've got tons of artists on it. I'm sure there's artists that are part of Lo-Fi Girl, or other artists that want to be a part of Lo-Fi Girl, that could go and find cafes and reach out and say, hey, how can I be the mediator between you and Lo-Fi Girl to make something like this happen at a cafe that they really like, or really captures that study vibe that Lo-Fi and Lo-Fi Girl is all about. Because without having like merch drops, there's no physical place to really go and experience lo-fi. There's not really like a lo-fi concert or anything like that. There's some stuff that's done online, but rarely do I see like someone outside in the real world be like, I'm making lo-fi beats in person, and it's just a cool, chill hangout. It's not like an attraction that people really seek out when it comes to concerts. So I think doing like a Lo-Fi Girl cafe kind of event is really the sweet spot from doing like merch drops and all these physical in-person events. Like, that's really, I think, a good opportunity that we just haven't tapped into the lo-fi community. And yeah, we could do that as individual artists and go and set up in different shops. I've done that before, where I've gone to a boba shop and reached out and said, hey, let me do some beats, do a show for like an hour or so, and bring the study vibes. And it worked out all right. I think, making it bigger and being like, hey, let's do a custom drink, let's do some special merch, let's, do some of these discounts and really promote it on the Lo-Fi Girl channels across, several countries or several cities, could really make it a big event and draw a lot more attention to the lo-fi community and the artists that are played on those days that people are spending hopefully multiple hours in those cafes studying. So, what do you guys think? Do you think doing a lo-fi pop-up event in like a cafe with their own special drinks and merch is a good idea? Or do you think we should kind of let that be for bigger artists and let them do that? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.